Hey guys, good morning. I hope you are enjoying your time. Guys, today we are going to discuss lines from Samson Agonists written by John Milton. Guys, John Milton is an eminent literary figure in English literature, and after Shakespeare, this is the man who has a huge impact on the generations that followed after the 17th century. In this drama, Lines from Samson Agonists, John Milton has told a very amazing story of his hero named as Samson. This is a poetic drama which describes the death of the Samson Agonistus. The Samson was a man of immense strength, but currently he was taken captive through the treachery of his wife by the Philistines. So, in a way, Philistines were the deadly enemies of his race. At the passage describes he saved the life of his people by using his strength to kill the Philistine leaders, but in bringing down the roof of the temple on the heads and shoulders of the nobility and the royal and elite families and the queens, kings, lords, and ladies that were gathered over there. He actually pulled down the roof of the temple on his own head, and he destroyed himself as well. By doing so, he saved the people from the cruelty, from the cruel rule and authority of the Philistine race. So let's begin the story. Samson was a very patient and very bold and very undaunted when he was led to in a place named as a temple. And what was said before him? There were certain challenges, there were certain tasks, very hardest tasks that need to be said and attempted. Whatever he was there were so many things which were before him to destroy them. So all he did, because he was having immense power and stupendous force, and because he was, and everything he needed to do was without his eyes, because he was a blind man, and there were people who gathered. They passed their orders to perform different feasts, different the strength feasts that he used to show them. But that day he was brought between two massive pillars, two huge pillars by his guide, and there he was told to do whatever the people's desires and demands were. But as soon as it was the intervals time, it was a break, Samson was told to lean a while, to stay back for a while and just get relaxed. So for the at the breaks time, he thought something. His eyes were fixed on the floor, and he was thinking something. So when the break was over and he was told to do something, he told people that today he is going to show them the strength, the boldness, the courage, the features of his own will and wish. Therefore, all the people who were gathered there, they just stopped there. They listened to him intently, and he was telling them, "Today I'm going to showcase my talent before you people, and I'm going to do something on my own will, on my own account." Therefore, people were very intentful. They listened to him attentively, and he started gaining his strength, gaining his nerves and muscles. He started pulling and shaking the massy pillars. Slowly and gradually, he shook, he pulled, and he heaved. Those two massy pillars, which were giving the full main support to the ark, to the roof of the temple. So he shook them very hard, he pulled them with his stupendous force and with an incredible force, and slowly and gradually those two massy pillars, they started trembling and shivering with the force of the Samson. So the Samson, by shaking those two massive pillars, brought down the roof of the temple on the heads of those who were assembled there to, to show, to witness the talent of the Samson. By doing so, he destroyed the Philistine race leaders and the lords, ladies, army like personnels, army leaders, elite class people, and so many different people from different walks of life that were gathered there to watch the strength, watch the feast of the Samson. So by bringing down the roof of the temple on the shoulders of the people who were gathered there, he brought down the same misery, the same destruction on the heads of on himself as well. So Samson was inmixed between them, and he brought down the roof of the temple on the heads of the people, and he was inmixed with them, and he brought the same destruction on himself as well. This is how he destroyed the royalty, the elite class, the nobility of the Philistine race, and this is how he gave the independence. He brought the independence and got the freedom for his own race, and finally he got his people freed from the clutches, from the cruel rule of the Philistine race. Guys, I actually missed a little bit of story here, that how he was brought under the control of the Philistine race. It was the treachery of his wife, it was the treachery of his own life partner that brought him in the captivity, in the treachery, in the control of the Philistine race. His wife started asking him different questions. One day, as Samson came to his home, he was lying on like he was sleeping. His wife started chaining him with the ropes. So Samson was very strong person. As he stood up, he just broke all the ropes, and when he asked his wife what she was doing that with those ropes, she told him that she wanted to know the strength of the Samson. So again, next day she chained him with the chains. Again, Samson broke all those chains, and one day when she asked him the secret of his strength, he told him that he possessed long hair, and if somebody chained him, if somebody started knotting his body with the hairs, he would be unable to just break down the shackles, and would be unable to just lose the grip of those chains. So his wife started doing the same. When he was asleep, she chained him with the very hairs of the Samson, and she brought him before the Philistine race, and she made him captive to the Philistine people. So this is how he was brought under the treachery of his wife to the Philistine race. But Samson, due to his strength, due to his undaunted courage and strength, he brought the misery, brought the destruction on the people, on the Philistine race, and he saved his people from the cruel rule, from the cruelty, from the rule of the Philistine race. This is how the story ends, and the death of the militant hero Samson visibly tells us the story that how a man having much of his strength, man having a huge strength inside, he saved his people from the rule, from the tyrannous rule of the Philistine race. So thank you. We'll meet again with another video. Till then, goodbye. Have a good day.